Voldemort started to gather some followers, brought him over to the dark side. Anyone that stood up to him ended up dead. Your parents fought against him.
Me and Uzi burned down every fucking wall, man.
Yo, I did not know Uzi had a throat condition.
Do they? Oh, there's a red here. Oh, that's Uzi.
What up, Uzi?
Greetings.
See? I
What's
told
up?
you.
That's fucking radical, man. My politics did not agree with Mace's politics and Mace's friends' politics. They responded by making tons of pornographic images of me, tons of pornographic images of my dog. That's not funny. I was on vacation. I did not want to deal with that, okay? Oh my god, Mandy. Clip it. Fucking clip it. Fucking clip it. Clip it. We're going to Poland. You banned me from my favorite game in the world. 2,000 hours. Hundreds of dollars that I paid. Breaking game rules. What game rule? List the game rule to me, or I will report you to Steam tonight. I need the money. I'm so fucking poor, you guys. And Jog is telling me not to accept it. I'm going to attempt to convince Jog to let me play my favorite game, and if I can't, I'll make it myself.
You've been a good and faithful servant, but only I can live forever.
Please don't ban me. I'm an asset to this community. Please don't bully me. I have mental illness. They begged me to ban Backpack and Mace, you guys. This is my second life, Gloria Victis. I wanted to stream this game for a living. I saw this game, I realized I knew the most about it. Because I studied this game like it was my job.
Cat's out of the bag, I'm Macy.
Holy shit. You guys are all making my dreams come true, and Jog and the developers of Black Eye Games are trying to stop me.
Dude, are you being converted right now?
Nah, you know, I'm just chilling with
Don't
the
drink the
fam,
Kool-Aid.
Just chilling with
Don't
the fam,
drink
man.
the Kool-Aid.
We got the same shoulder pads, you know, we had to be twinning.
From copyright striking videos, to scamming, to diagnosing their own players with mental disorders, Black Eye Games have cemented themselves as dirty devs. The chance for redemption has long since passed, and their CEO, Jog, continues to dig them a deeper hole. It's only a matter of time until someone like Josh Strife comes along and puts the nail in the coffin. Although the gameplay may be stagnant, the drama in Gloria Victis is running rampant. Failure to extinguish the fire has cost us yet another life. Rising Twitch streamer and GV mega fan Zombie Scholar has been permanently banned. This one hits hard. Since he started playing in... when the fuck was he playing again? Early April of 2023. He has been a dedicated member of the community and content creator for the game. An avid bug reporter with thousands of hours played, hundreds of dollars spent, and dozens of copies sold. I can say with absolute certainty that he loved Gloria Victis and its developers, until he was red-pilled by Macy in the swamp. Or so they say. But it's all blasphemous garbage and I'm here to address it. Let's start where we ended with last week's video, the 9-player ban wave. This catastrophe stirred a lot of controversy and criticism in the official Gloria Victis Discord. Black Eye Games could no longer ignore it. As much as they'd like to pretend they didn't just ban 9 players, the community would not calm down on the matter. In typical fashion, Jog cried about how it's all my fault and how I'm such a deranged and mentally ill individual. It's sad to see Jog has become so obsessed with me when he has a game to focus on. He doesn't need to try to diagnose me, he doesn't need to try to hunt me down, he doesn't need to watch my videos. These are things he chooses to do, overworking. It's a problem, and it gives the dev puppies a reason to spread lies about me. GV white knights who don't ride their steeds, but instead the dicks of the developers. People who pretend like it's their day job, to dispute all criticism and vindicate the decisions Black Eye Games makes. I wouldn't go as far as to say these people hate me, but when their idols that they so desperately crave attention from are only willing to give it to me, I have to assume they're just mad, dog. Yeah, that's right, Eli. No matter how far you manage to stick your nose up their asses, lying for every inch you can get like Pinocchio, they'll always be obsessed with me. I caught Eli in the Discord trying to sway people's opinions of me with some twisted version of events that happened towards the end of 2021. He's trying to establish my behavior as being aggressive towards anyone who supports the devs. He even alludes to this being towards new players specifically. All of this is said in bad faith, because nobody knows what he's talking about and he doesn't have an ounce of proof behind him. That, and I'm willing to bet he knows he was going to end up in a video. Here's your attention, man. It's pathetic you try so hard to be a Discord PvPer all because you haven't been good at GV for over a year. Get relevant again, man. I understand where the angst is coming from. What Eli is referring to when mentioning McNeil's Discord server was actually a server for Backpack's Ismir guild, which had died because their leader was banned. This angle that there would even be players in there who like the devs is laughable. The Discord was dead when I joined. I only found a couple screenshots from this left in the vault, but I remember very well that I specifically called him out. I wasn't, and I'm still not attacking everybody who supports the devs. There is no evidence of me doing that. If he claims to have evidence of anything, he should show it. I've been extremely supportive of all streamers who come to GV from Twitch and YouTube, and most of them praise the devs like they were paid to do so. Oh, and guess what? This argument I had with Eli in permabanned Backpack's Discord server was being detailed in the official Gloria Victis Discord word for word just days later. I liked Eli before this, so I went this entire time convincing myself Jog snuck into the Discord himself and randomly found the conversation. Now that Eli is bragging about having the privilege of being in any banned player's Discord that he wants without punishment, I reckon he was the one who tipped off Jog after all. I've sat quietly for 2 years in various nation voice chats as well as the GV Discord watching people spread lies about me non-stop. I'm calling these things out as I see them. Stupidity is a plague in Gloria Victis, and even players I once looked up to are glazing the devs to the detriment of their fellow teammates. It's always surprising to me how fast players I think I have mutual respect with turn on me so they can virtue signal to the devs in the official Discord. I should have guessed after Jog and Coma planted this seed that it would take root. They publicly accused me of using and abusing the now banned zombie scholar while his mental health was vulnerable. Anybody pushing this narrative is a guilty scumbag. How delusional do you have to be to turn me showing support and love into some manipulative and villainous act? Where is this even coming from? Because not a single goddamn soul has said this the past 2 years. This entire time I have been donating to and following GV content creators, occasionally even editing for them. Did anybody say this garbage when Durant got banned? Because technically I did the same exact thing with him. If any of their slander was true, these players would not choose to be friends with me post-ban. What's actually going on here is quite simple. Players who are guilty for agitating Zombie into breaking down on stream are deflecting. People who know they've contributed to his downfall. I found plenty of instances of players instigating drama with Zombie in the official Discord while simultaneously admitting he was having mental health issues. Imagine knowing someone is vulnerable, struggling, and using that as an opportunity to agitate them. At any point these players could have ignored Zombie and let the mods handle it, but why would they do that when they can get him even more riled up and eventually banned? These cowards who are putting the blame on me are so scared to take responsibility for their own actions, they're willing to throw themselves at my blade. The whole reason the tide of opinion surrounding me has begun to turn, and my image resurrected, is because time and time again, I've shown that I am true and just by providing screenshots, audio clips, and sources. I want people to know that when I make these videos, it's because I know what I'm talking about. People like Eli, Chungus, and Battle Brother are never going to provide a lick of proof for any of the slander they perpetuate because they're spineless, lying shills for blind eye games. Here's a perfect example of disgusting behavior from the company you're selling your souls to. This is what you're defending when you attempt to rationalize the actions of broken men on a power trip. Summer of last year, there was a Twitch streamer named Undead Dan who paid $500 to have a custom NPC put in the Midland capital. The devs feigned their appreciation for him in the beginning, giving him a shoutout in the patch notes. I was a big supporter of Dan, and soon I became a moderator for his chat, as well as an editor for his YouTube. Sometime between July of 2022 and the beginning of 2023, the devs learned of Dan's association with me and deleted his $500 NPC from the game, flushing his contribution down the toilet to try to teach him a lesson. This company does not care about its community. They care about milking you for your money and loyalty, and once your usefulness is run out, they will kick you to the curb the second you allegedly step out of line. Luckily for me, I've been firing back from the curb for a couple years now, and my camp of homeless permaban players grows larger. This brings us to the latest addition to the swamp. Not by choice, of course. Players rarely ever want to be banned. Most of them go through multiple stages of grief before they come to terms with the harsh reality that they're never going to be allowed back. Zombie Scholar is likely experiencing that right now. I'm currently editing 100 hours of Twitch footage to put together the entire story. The Zombie Scholar documentary is my next big project. A story about friendships, his devotion to Gloria Victis, his rise to fame, and how he flew too close to the sun. Since people are already spreading rumors, the truth does need to be out now. However, the documentary, when finished, will show everything. To summarize Zombie's ban, the developers wanted him to do something about the permaban players, otherwise known as the Swamp, in his Discord and Twitch stream. Although Zombie tried to lay down the law with Swamp, he ultimately made the decision not to ban them. Not banning us on either his Twitch channel or stream or Discord would directly lead to his in-game ban just days later. Some players are coping and claiming the ban is justified because he was manic in the Discord, spamming about being harassed and bullied. But most of the players making this argument have had their fair share of embarrassing moments as well. In any case, that would constitute a Discord ban and nothing more. If we use Coma and Jog's comments on the ban, we can hone in on a slightly more specific reasoning. It is clearly because of his association with me. Let's not forget Jog famously referring to me as a psychopath and narcissist surrounded by flying monkeys. I know you're watching, Jog. You don't have to talk about me behind my back. My DMs are open to you and literally anybody else who wants to spread baseless accusations about me. I'm waiting. Well, that's the end of this video. Subscribe and check back next week because I'm dropping videos every Thursday. Lord of the Swamp, Lord of the Swamp, Lord of the Swamp!